electric vehicles. There have been a couple of stories on this in the last few days. This is one. Electric vehicles, everything you need to know. End of the road. Huge blow to EV car revolution as sales to Brits plummet, with electric cars just a quarter of new purchases. And this links it with another story that Hertz, I think, had bought 20,000 Teslas, and they're now actually getting rid of them all because there isn't the demand. And I was with a friend, actually, Godfrey, and they had a car hire. They got a plug-in car, battery car, and it was a nightmare because they couldn't find somewhere to charge it, and they were so worried. But it does seem as though it is coming to the end of the road. We're being sold something which is a lie, and people aren't buying it anymore. So it does seem that people are wakening up to this, Godfrey.
Well, I live near York, and they've got 70, I think it's 70 electric vans, which are all now in storage because they can't be charged and there's no system to do it. They spent millions and millions and millions. I think they're a mixture. It's a hung council between Liberal Democrats and Labour. You can imagine the kind of muppets on the York Council. So they've got all this stuff, spent millions of taxpayers' money. The whole thing from the very beginning didn't work. They don't work. How could they work? They're not even green. I mean, people go around with this sort of moral superiority in a car that has batteries which were dug out of dirt by children in the Congo. Yeah. Where's their moral dynamic? And these people got the moral high ground with their little, with their cottage in Provence and their couscous and all the kind of shit that they eat and talk. Brown ricers. I hate them all. They've all got they've got their car, haven't they? And of course, in 5 or 6 or 7 years' time, when the battery's bucketed, they're going to have a car which is worthless because the new battery is 25 grand and the car's worth 20 grand at best. So the whole thing was nonsense to start with. If you want to drive to Southampton from where I live, my little small holding, which I'm going to have to do at some stage, actually, leaving that aside, an electric car wouldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So I've got to stop at a wayside station and plug it in. And there's a queue. I could walk to Southampton quicker than go in an electric car. So the whole thing's bullshit. It was bullshit from the start. And people, of course, bless them, not everybody's as clever as us, you see, Peter, because we're clever little shits, aren't we? We spotted all this at the beginning. Most people have to go through the machinery, whatever that machinery is, whether it's medicine, whether it's green cars, whatever it is, they have to go through. And then 3 or 4 years later, they go, God, didn't I make a mistake? And you want to go, yeah, you muppet, you did, didn't you? But they're coming round now, Peter. They're coming round, aren't they? They're beginning to realise they've had their asses felt.
Yeah, and part of that is, you're right, the whole slavery side. Part of it is the cost, and here is another story. Part of it is the safety issue, and this is a London bus 2 days ago going on fire. Dramatic moment. Electric double-decker bus in London burst into flames after a huge bang. Officials launch investigation after one of Sadiq Khan's, just to remind us, it is Sadiq Khan's buses, exploded during today's rush hour. It's not really what you want, doesn't fill you with confidence, these buses. And of course, we saw the explosion in the car park in Luton Airport, and they couldn't even put it out. But it looks as though, again, we're being pushed technology that not only is expensive, cumbersome, doesn't do what it says in the tin, but it's also dangerous. And surely this should make our government wake up and stop the madness.
What would have happened if there had been old age pensioners on the top deck? Yeah. It's a pity Sadiq Khan wasn't on the bloody bus, as far as I'm concerned. And here's another interesting, talking about a free press, isn't it? Do you remember when the car caught fire, caught all the other cars on fire at Luton Airport?
Yeah.
What was the first thing the press said? It was a diesel car, didn't they?
Yep.
They wouldn't be. So it was a cover-up by the local press. So you're not even getting, oh gosh, detail. And of course, the import of these things now, they have to be dismantled virtually before they can go on a ship to be brought to this country, because nobody will insure them. Lloyd's of London won't insure them unless they're virtually deconstructed because they're not safe. And fine, if one catches fire, only one, maybe out of 200 on a big container ship will catch fire. As you say, they're difficult to put out. And you've then got a very, very serious problem at sea. Shouldn't Panorama be on this one? Where's Panorama? You know, where's 40 Minutes? Or where's investigative journalists? Poor old Sonia Poulton can't do the whole bloody thing herself, can she?
No, exactly. And there's complete silence.
As most of you know, my work is very heavily independently research based, and I get my information from all over the world. It would help if you press the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, because the more subscribers I have, the more likely it is that international independent research institutes will share their material with me. It's most helpful, and then of course I automatically share it with you. So surprise, won't cost you anything. Thank you very much.